Hey y'all, so we got the taters planted.
Hey.
And about ready to go over and join Tony and Crockett at the Camp Street Cafe. Jonathan is in for
Yeehaw.
a treat. We'll probably have to go down the brick streets and Nacogdoches before we leave. But we're standing here because he had to wash his hands. Got to be sanitary, right? But it struck me as funny, him standing here washing his hands looking out the same window that Meemaw did so often. She'd be pretty surprised to know an Irishman was in her kitchen. She would be okay with it too. So we was talking about this old counter.
Where's the fleck?
Yeah, the flecks are missing because, as you can see, the old Formica counter, that's where Meemaw made all the biscuits at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Biscuits and gravy?
It's time to gather eggs. Let's go do the egg gathering, and then we'll talk along the way.
Awesome.
So Jonathan has a podcast where he talks about principles and things. We won't get too deep into all that because it is what it is. But
it is Friday night.
Yeah, it's Friday night. Right.
We all want to have some fun.
Where's the egg basket at? Oh, here it is. One of our viewers actually sent that. She was excited about you coming on. So
awesome.
We're going to use that. And what do you think about my Texas chairs, bro?
Oh man, they're so cool.
Yeah?
Just sit out here, have your Texas chair, have a beer, have a cigarette, watch the world go by.
That's right. Don Foreman, really dear friend of mine that is facing a pretty bad medical battle as of yesterday. We found that out. And I want y'all to remember her in your prayers. It's a dear individual. I'll be talking probably more about her as we go forward. A special person. But she sent us those from the I Love Texas store, another friends of ours, and as a housewarming gift. And I really enjoyed them. But so Jonathan is getting the full scope of East Texas. He's been to Texas and stateside before. But anyway, what do you think?
It's beautiful, man. It looks so much better than the video. The video is great, but when you actually come here, you've done so much work, man, over the last few months. You've been busy.
Yeah, a lot of work yet to do on many levels.
The job has only started.
Yeah, you're doing work on a different kind.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We gotta do a lot of restoration together, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's all about restoring us as just individuals and Americans, and
absolutely.
And,
some freedom chickens.
Freedom chickens, that's what they are.
Freedom chickens. Go collect some freedom eggs.
Yep. You pinned that first time we was on our split video.
Yeah.
When we were echoing.
Absolutely.
Maybe we're not echoing today.
Yeah, well, we shouldn't. Hey.
So now he's wearing white shoes into a chicken coop, y'all.
This is all going to go well, right?
It's not wet, so you should be able to be all right.
Good.
So we may lose signal in here. Let's see what he's about to encounter.
All right. Well, I'll hold it and you go in and get the freedom eggs.
Oh, you don't want to get them?
No.
Oh, come on now.
I've got freedom eggs before. I've been on the farm many times. I'll be your video camera person.
Oh, okay. How far are you going? And I'm going to disappear on you.
Oh, okay, let's go. We're going all the way. Keep going.
I'll tell you what, I'll keep you clean. Right here's good.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay. All right. So
pat ass potatoes in the ground?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, you can talk to the comments there while I'm doing this.
Jana says, hey, cuz.
Yeah.
So,
she's in Florida.
Oh, Florida? Hopefully the weather's good there as it is here.
Yeah. Oh man, you got a treat today, brother. I got a big double yolk egg.
Double yolk egg. Wow.
Yeah. That's from the chickens that they said would never lay.
Wow.
Let's see here. You tell which one it came from? It's the one walking funny over there.
It's got a limp. You'd walk funny if you gave birth to that egg as well.
There's two more over there.
Wow.
Yeah. How about that?
So what have we got? 7?
Looks that way.
Yeah. Awesome.
Another double yolk. So the white chickens, I told you the story, were rescued. Well, not rescued. They were leftovers from a commercial operation. So, and they're hungry right now.
Oh, they're hungry?
Yeah, that's why they're.
Is that why they're licking their lips looking at a fat boy like me?
Yeah. So we'll do that in a minute. Let me turn it back around here to my buddy. There we go. So President's Day's coming up.
Yes, it's not President's Day, it's George Washington's birthday, let's be fair.
Well, there's some confusion about that, even to the year, because of the calendars.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's George Washington. Let's celebrate the man
that
was fantastic, not just a generic, hey, everyone was a president, you've had 44.
Go get you a mattress.
Yeah, I know, yeah, don't make stupid sales. It's about George Washington, the greatest man who ever lived.
So you and I have talked a lot about this tree.
Absolutely.
So the coolest part about this tree for me, and I know there's old things in Ireland, You included. No.
At least it's not a fat joke.
Oh, there you go. But this tree was a seedling, or just popping out of the ground, when George Washington was born.
Wow.
How cool is that?
It's amazing.
It's seen a lot of things on this old place. A family of 6 growing up, and
so this is about the same age as Jeff Fisher then.
Jeff Fisher. Let's see here. Turn it around.
Wow.
Yep.
It's tall.
Yep. Hey, what's that wire? Why don't you take a piece of the heart of this tree back to Ireland with you?
Wow, that'd be awesome.
Let's see if we can get a piece of it out of here. I'll tell you what, why don't you see if that'll break off?
Use these muscles.
Will it? Hey, there you go. It's not one to give up very easy, huh?
Wow.
So, deep from the heart of a tree, deep in the heart, well, kind of the heart of Texas, off to the east of it anyway. But, hey, we can sit down out here, actually.
Perfect.
It's in my thinking spot.
This is your thinking spot?
This is my thinking spot.
What do you be thinking?
You better try that one.
Oh, okay.
And that was not a fat joke either.
Yeah, it was. We all know it was a fat joke.
Let's see, anybody have any questions for the Irishman today?
The Irishman, yeah.
Yeah?
The Irishman who loves your nation.
Yep, that's right.
You can ask me anything.
Let's see here. We got, I'll do a quick roll.
No politics.
No politics.
No politics.
Yeah, that's cool. So you got a pretty unique perspective about, I would say you're probably more studied on our history than a lot of Americans today. And that's kind of a cool thing.
Yes.
Because it's something you love.
I love it. I'm so passionate about your nation. The idea of America, the idea that you have certain rights from your creator, that you're born with them, that government's job is not to give her of rights, it's actually the protector of rights. That you know, the idea that you can do anything you want. You know, you have a right to pursue your happiness. Yeah. You don't have a right to happiness, you have a right to pursue it. So, you know, if you want to, you know, rebuild your family farm, you have that right. If you want to go, you know, do music that we're going to be going in Crockett's later on, you have the right to do that. If you want to go be a doctor, go do that. There is nothing stopping you, because if you, whatever you're passionate about, you have that God-given right to go, hey,
that's right.
I'm a unique individual, I'm created equal, no one is better than me or worse than me, I have the right to pursue my happiness. And then the great thing about America, because it helps innovation, is that idea that if you go and pursue that happiness and you happen to be successful monetarily, you have the right to keep the fruits of your labor, and you get to you know, live a great life. If that's what you want, but that God-given right, and that's what changed the world. You know, you look at your, you know, if you look at the history of the world and look at all the advancements that happened, you know, from the time of Christ to like the 1700s, there was very little. You know, you farmed the same way, you had food the same way, you communicated the same way, you lived the same way, you traveled the same way, you had the same type of medicine. Then when America was founded to today, look at all the advancements. You know, we were just joking, and he went to an SUV to get change of clothes to, you know, go out. You know, there's a button where you don't even have to lift your trunk anymore. You push a button and it comes up automatically, and then you push another button down. That's innovation. That's someone pursuing their happiness, going, hey, I've got this idea. You know what? People shouldn't have to put down their trunk. You know, it's a bit of laziness, but you know, obviously it's got demands.
And that is more prevalent across the world today. You know, you've got more of a, but in the, you know, the early 1900s and all, it was not quite as prevalent across the world as, say, it was in America, and that's where we saw.
Well, what you used to have was the old king, where, you know, you had the little pursuit of happiness, but then the king would come along and go, that's now mine. But because I'm such a nice king and I'm a benevolent king, I'll let you work on your business for me. So you never saw, you know, you never heard of the rags to riches stories.
That's true.
You never saw the people who, you know, were born into dirt poverty, who, you know, everyone would say you can't do it, and then all of a sudden became successful and had their own business. Today you can. You know, that idea of America says it doesn't matter where you come from. There is no class system. There is no, you know, racial barriers. You go do it.
And you and I are kind of an odd ducks in our circles, because
very odd ducks.
Well, because we don't make it about politics. It's not about politics, and it's not about people.
No, it's about principles.
It's about principles. That's right.
Because when you make it about people, we're inevitably wrong. I'm wrong about stuff. And you know, if you just make it about me being right all the time, you know, I'm going to be wrong. Same ways, if you look at politics, you know, people will say, well, the other side, whatever that side is, are always wrong. Well, a broken clock is right twice a day. You just got to look for it. So if you make it about people, if you're either going to be wrong a lot of the time, or you're going to be wrong some of the time. Whereas if you make it about principles, which America's founders did, you know, it's not about George Washington as much as it is I love him, and Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson. It was about the principles that they fought for. And that is what I love about it. It's those principles that were true 240 years ago are true today, and if we live in 2500 and the world still exists, they'll still be true there, that you have certain rights.
So from the outside looking in, I love talking to Jonathan, y'all. Y'all have to forgive me because it's a different conversation with someone from across the pond that's not a citizen, that would love to be a citizen of our nation, but is adamant about doing it the right way.
Yes, sir.
And has had opportunities to go different routes and just won't do it, and I admire him for that. I mean, his heart beats America and the ideal of America. That's the important piece. But I like hearing his perspective from the outside looking in. What did we get really wrong? We didn't get everything right.
No, absolutely. When you look at the thing that I get frustrated with my friends, because I have friends on all sides of the aisle.
Of course.
And I have my friends who love America, who are like, America's the greatest country, and they're very patriotic, and you'll never hear a bad side of America. And then you have my friends on the other side who are like, America's not that great. America's just another nation in the history.
Yeah.
I disagree with that, but that's what they'll say. And they'll never talk about the good stuff. There's been a lot of bad days in your history, and we need to actually, what I try and do is tell the full story of history. Because, you know, we have to learn the bad side of America to kind of go, okay, these are really bad things. Why were they bad? What were the principles that were really bad? And make sure you don't do them. Like, some examples are easy to say, you know, like during World War II, when you were fighting Nazi Germany because they were doing horrific things to the Jews, what were you doing at home here? You were interning Japanese citizens. You know, what about God-given rights? You know, if you look at some of the really bad days, you know, the Battle of Wounded Knee is one of the darkest days of American history. You can go on and on and on about this, but what you'll see through the dark days of American history, you'll see government involved in some way. You're infringing on other people's rights, whether you're interning people, whether you're taking away their right to self-defense, whether you're controlling them, you're demeaning them. You know, so that's what we have to talk about. It's not about, hey, America's great or America's bad. Let's talk about the principles. Because factually, America is exceptional. You're the only nation who talks about God-given rights. You're the only nation who talks about a right, that you have a fundamental right to life, that you have a right to liberty, and you have a right to pursue your happiness. Other nations don't do that. You're the only nation that has a limit on government. Now, you don't enforce it at the minute, but the Constitution. The Constitution is crystal clear. Federalism, where you have Article 1, Section 8, where all powers are granted to Congress. Article 2 has no physical power. It can do nothing under the Constitution. But Article 1 is extremely limited, which is Congress, which is the House and the Senate. You have 18 clauses. They can do those 18 things. After that, everything else is left to the states. Whereas in a country like Ireland, England, historically today, you had no limit. It was the king. If the king wrote a decree, guess what happened? In Ireland, in democracy, if ballpark in Ireland, because we have referendums where we'll have a decision, about 50 to 60% of people vote in those referendums, and what you need to win is 50% plus one. So effectively 30% of the population decide what is right or wrong, and you're hoping they get it right. A lot of the time they don't. But imagine that idea that your right, if your right was up to, let's say a person went in Ireland and said, I'm just going to kill all the Jews. They could actually, and they won power, they could actually do it. There is no constitution to stop them.
No check and
balance. So that's what you're hoping for. Whereas government in the Constitution, again, you don't really enforce the Constitution, and that hopefully will change, where we talk and inspire about the Constitution, because the Constitution is one of the most inclusive documents in the history of the world. That we get back to that, but there's those checks and balances that stop it.
Right. So to redirect a little bit, because some of them are like, oh, they're trying to digest some of this stuff.
That's a lot.
That's good stuff. So I'm going to give you an out, because you're on a speaking tour, and I get that. But right now, in this moment, and remember where we're at, what's your favorite State of the Union? What State of the Unions are probably your favorite right now, just in this second?
My favorite one?
Yeah, the favorite state out of all 51.
Oh, I thought it was, when you were saying State of the Union, I thought like speeches from
the
president.
No.
I was going to say George Washington's handwritten ones, because I miss where there wasn't any pomp and circumstance. The best state is easy. It's my home, Texas.
Oh, there we go. All right.
There's a reason I wanted to come to Texas.
What do you like about Texas?
For me, it's steeped in history. You know, like you go to, like every state.
And it's not the oldest state necessarily.
But you read about the Battle of the Alamo, the history, you know, Davy Crockett, you know, y'all can go to hell, I'm going to Texas. That attitude. But for me, it's the people. You know, there's this independent streak in Texas.
It drives most people crazy.
I love it though. But that's about the individualism. Like you'll get Texans who are just like, I don't care. You know, I really don't. You know, and I'm not thinking of anyone right now. I don't know. There's no one that comes to mind. But it's just so steeped in history, and obviously there's a lot of freedom, and there's a lot of there's a lot of principles involved there.
Sure.
And they've taken a lead on a lot of things. But Texas is just it just speaks to me. It's where I feel at home.
Yeah.
I can never put into words the emotions I feel. You know, when you ever walk, like, I come from a place where I never really felt like I belonged in Ireland, and my circumstance never felt like I belonged in my family, because I'm like the black sheep. They don't think the way I do. But you know, when you feel like when you leave town and you go away for a long time, then maybe you probably feel it. Remember when you first walked back into that house? Yeah. That house of, I belong here. Yeah. This is where I'm comfortable. Yeah. This is where I feel like I'm accepted.
You didn't have to worry about a friend one in the world because you were home.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I feel like when I'm in Texas. Yeah. That thing of that where I feel comfortable. I feel like there's people around me that we have some common bond, some history. Yeah. Yeah. That idea that it's comfortable. Yeah. You know, I can be me. I don't always have to watch what I say, and just that thing. Like I love all the states. You know, I have a love for New York. I've been to like North Carolina.
Everything has got different attributes that you love about it. Yeah.
But the great thing about United States is how different it is. Like 18 months ago, I did a speaking tour all around the country, and like just seeing the landscape, because I was all as far north as Pennsylvania, and then like on the Carolinas,
and then we brought him through Fredericksburg and that whole area. He was just like, wow. Yeah.
But like the difference in greenery and the difference in texture and difference in landscapes, like you really have such a diverse nation. Like even coming from, I drove in from Dallas to see you, like all those big hills, the scenery, the grounds, it's just magnificent.
You're sitting in what we would call a Yopon thicket right now in East Texas. So now you can scratch that off your list.
That's another thing off the bucket list.
Have you ever planted potatoes in New York?
No.
South Carolina?
No.
Ireland?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah. My grandfather had a farm, so I'm a country boy. I'm not a city. I hate the city. Yeah. So I'm at home planting stuff like that. Yeah. So
he did well. So now he can go back to Ireland for just a little while, maybe. Yeah. Who knows?
Well, we'll go back soon.
We'll see. And keep up with his potato plants. He wouldn't join.
I live in the city, so there's not much room for the plate.
So I planted mustard greens last fall. I didn't space them enough. Yeah. So they made, and they're actually going to seed now. So you've got leaves out there, and I don't think there's anything more organic than those out there that haven't had any pesticides or anything on them. So I'm just snapping the leaves off and eating them, and he didn't join me. So maybe. No.
I just had a Snickers, so I
we have to get him along in little bites. So, hey, that sun's setting, and we've got
we got any questions?
Yeah, let's see. Hang on, guys. If y'all want to let me set this down. My arm is about to kill me. So let's see here.
You need a.
Yeah, I need a tripod or something. Let's see. All right, there's Chris. That's a good friend of mine. My buddy Mason's watching. There's Roxanne. Don't normally run this long. There's Elizabeth.
Well, I got a lot to say. So.
Oh, it's all right. It's good stuff. There's Linda. Welcome to Texas.
Thank you.
Donna. Well, thank you, Donna. Donna's a good friend. There's Deborah. And no questions yet. May not want to open up that can of worms. I don't know.
I was at a speech last night, and I was begging, like everyone was asking questions, like, and all the answers like 10, 15 minutes long. I was like, can you answer a question like it's a yes or no answer?
There's my Aunt Pat, and she's up in Pennsylvania.
Awesome.
And she's been looking forward to us planting the.
Hey Pat, I've got a question for you. Have you had Mission Barbecue? Because it is good. If y'all don't know about Mission Barbecue, it's a great company. It's the way companies should be set up. It's all about servicemen, police, firefighters, emergency personnel, 911, first responders. And what they do is it's great barbecue, it's great food, but a percentage of the proceeds go and they give it to the thing, and then they do different events. So when you all lay the wreaths at the Arlington, they give out the wreaths and do that. So, but it's about giving back, and they we're in a culture where your police are hated. They're like you got a home here.
That's cool. So that's cool. Mission Barbecue.
Mission Barbecue. They're awesome.
How much of the check do I get for that endorsement? No. No paid endorsement.
No. I will say this: tasty food. Yeah. It's not quite Texas barbecue, but it's good.
Yeah, you got to be careful about bragging about outside of Texas barbecue. You might need to.
You can't beat it. So.
All right, let's see. I can't. Here, can you scroll? Mine gets in the way there.
You got to see my big hand. Hey, cuz.
Yeah, let's see.
Trinity? Where's Trinity? Texas?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's not far from here. In
Okay,
fact,
cool.
I lived there for a while. It's a good friend, Kathy. How are you? There's
Oregon.
Melinda. She's the one that gave you the egg basket.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
From Oregon?
Yeah, from Oregon.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. There's Charlotte.
Are you just visiting? Yes, Donna, I am. I'm here for 2 weeks. But hopefully I found a legal way to get to America. So I made a declaration at the start of this year. I'll live here by the end of this year, and please God, that will work.
Yeah, that's
So,
awesome. That's awesome.
Athens, Texas. I passed you. I think I passed you.
Yeah, you went through Athens. Yeah,
Yeah.
coming from Dallas. And my
Where's
hat. Yeah, I'm missing my hat. Well, when in Rome,
I know.
I mean, he wasn't wearing one, so I didn't.
You gonna shave your head as well?
Well, I'm not.
You know
in
why
Rome.
I did this?
Huh.
Because I came over here. My mother was like, you gotta find a wife over here.
Oh.
So I was like, I heard a rumor that women love bald heads. So
Okay,
I went, you know
so
what,
there
let's
you go. He's your most eligible bachelor right here.
I went for the Bruce Willis look on the head, but the body is kind of slightly different.
Pat's saying no sound. I hope that's not the case. Can y'all hear us okay? Give us some likes or something if you can hear us.
Hopefully.
Hello, anybody?
Hi.
Hope so. There's Vicky from Louisville.
Why don't you move here? Because I can't do it legally, but I have found a way.
Well,
I had a job and I went through the process 2 years ago. It nearly killed me. And long story short, I don't have a college degree and I don't have the work experience the job wanted. Paid work experience, not. I do have work experience. So immigration to Texas, hopefully, please God. So,
yeah. I scrolled down to make sure we were being heard. Let me go back up. Oh, look at there from
Colchester, England.
Yeah.
The Pommies.
Easy.
You a Pommy, Jason? I mean it with love.
Oh, whatever that means. I'm so out of the loop on that. 86 in San Antonio. You spoke in San Antonio last year.
No, it wasn't San Antonio. It was San Angelo.
Oh,
but
San
I'm actually
Angelo.
in San Antonio speaking to college kids on Monday. I can't wait.
There's my good friend Ladina.
Hey,
Say
Ladina.
hello. Let's see.
Texans, no, we understand being a Texan in the soul. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And let's see. I've got all over the board.
I see a comment there. I liked him till he told his favorite state. If you want to dislike me, I'll make it very easy. I'm a New York Yankees fan. That always ticks people off.
Okay, now we're gonna.
It's amazing.
Way to end it. Way to end it. You said that in Texas, bro?
I know. Wait, you see, because I'm going to Houston.
Yeah.
I'm going to Houston tomorrow, but on Wednesday I'm doing a few more events in Houston, and just to wind someone up, a friend of mine, I'm going to be wearing my Yankees jersey.
Oh.
And not only is it a Yankees jersey, it's an Alex Rodriguez Yankees jersey. So.
Oh, I did want to mention. So Tony, dear friend of mine, man, unbelievable songwriter and troubadour. He, they had a situation come up with it was a minor accident. I don't know that there's such a thing when it involves a child. But his daughter had a car accident today that delayed him from getting here, so he had to go straight to Crockett. But I'm really excited to take Jonathan along this evening over to Crockett, Texas at the Camp Street Cafe and Store. If y'all are in the area, feel free to stop by. That's where we'll be. Tony's got an acoustic show there with Pip Gillette, and he's kind of a local known name, a cowboy poet and all. But Jonathan
is... stop by and we'll talk. And
yeah, he's in for a big treat tonight for those of y'all that know Crockett, Texas and the history. I think on the way out of town, we may catch it just in time. Even if we don't, the street lights will light it up. Take you down the brick streets of Nacogdoches. Wow. You didn't realize it was arguably the oldest town in Texas.
No, I didn't. Did you tell the story of what I said to you about your town?
No, go ahead.
So we're friends, and I just knew he lived in Texas, and we go back a while. And then I see on his Facebook profile, we're talking about meeting up, and on his Facebook profile is this town like Nacogdoches. Nacogdoches. Okay.
That'll work.
So it'll work. Okay. Hey, I'm Irish. It's an Irish thing. It's the accent. We can't pronounce certain words. But like I'd never heard of this, and I thought, you know what? Because of Joel being in the public eye, he's just made that place up. You know, it's just some. He's just put it up so no one knows. And then like we meet, and I'm like, no, that's actually where I live. I'm like, that's a real place. I'm like, really? So I thought it was like Nacho Man or something like that.
Man. I did not.
Yes,
make
I
it
am
up.
stupid. I know. You
No,
can laugh.
Not at all. Not at all.
So
So we've showed him most of the place. It's going to take we agreed a while ago because it's like, hey, look at this. Oh, let's talk about this. Oh, let's do this. So we need probably 2 weeks of no camera, just sitting down talking.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm short of things to say. That's the thing. That's the problem. So,
man, look at that sunset.
I was just going to say that is one of the beautiful things.
Yeah.
You know, I was sharing this story with you
turn it
earlier on.
Here you go.
You know, I was at a speech last night, and people were, I was talking about, nature's law and nature's God from the Declaration of Independence. And this guy came up to me. He's like, I just can't understand how people can't believe there's a God. And like, don't make it about religion, even whether it's a Christian God or it's a Muslim God or just Mother Nature. Remember when Mother Nature was a thing? You remember you respect Mother Nature and it rains and all that stuff, whatever what it is. But I just can't get over the fact that you look at some things like that beautiful. We were talking about the mustard seed. Something that small, literally minute, will turn into a leaf. And if it's done right, it needs the right soil, the right temperature, the right time, the right love. That's somehow just a chance.
No.
I just can't buy that. I think there is so much more. And then when you see pictures like that, like God is an artist.
And this doesn't do it justice.
No, it doesn't. I'm looking
y'all
at
know that.
Yeah.
Y'all know
like
that.
the slopes.
Yeah.
Like even the scenery just walking down here, like God was an artist.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He
still
like
is.
Yeah, absolutely. I know, absolutely.
You said past tense.
No, but I mean like a lot of, land masses are formed.
No,
they're not going to change.
But
like look at this, it's beautiful. You know, look at it. Even just say, I don't know whether it comes on the camera, but like you're looking all over here. There's so many different shades of variations of green. You know, it's just amazing. It's not doing it justice because it's kind of darker. No. But like it's not all just green. There's lighter greens, darker greens. Like it's so beautiful.
Look at the moon. How about that? Yeah, that's cool.
I heard y'all said you landed on that once.
We did this big production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in Arizona, right?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
But it's amazing. And like that's, we were talking earlier on about the American spirit.
Yeah.
That idea. I have a shirt that I sell to raise money for a charity, American Making
the
Impossible Possible.
So.
No, I don't know. Not about that. But
I'd like you to, because you're donating money to a lot of charitable organizations.
But like that is America for me.
So at least give them your full name or whatever they can find you. Where do you want
to find me? You can find me. This pretty face is all over the place.
Come on now.
So if you go to freedomsdisciple.com, you'll see the show. But what we did was, I actually believe in charity through free markets. I don't like asking, hey, will you donate money? So we came up with hoodies, and the most popular one we did was American Making the Impossible Possible since 1776, because that's what you did. This idea of, we're going to go to the moon. We are going to go to the moon. Done. Yeah. Look at everything you've achieved. That idea of you can fail and make a thing. Like Henry Ford. How many times did Henry Ford fail until he came up with the Model T?
Yeah.
That idea. So what we do is we sell hoodies. There's a load of different ones. Never Personal, Always Principles. Did really well. A lot of other ones. And what we do is all the profits go to Mercury One. That's my boss. And one of the charities is the Nazarene Fund. So we rescue Christians from the Middle East. Because if we truly if you believe in limited government or less government than you have you have to do more.
We got to step up. Yeah.
Because I believe in the sentiments that Tocqueville spoke about. America is great because Americans are good. Yeah. That is what makes you different. One of the difference between my country and other people's countries and America is, let me give you an example. One of the biggest problems in Ireland right now is the homelessness. The Catholic Church and people are around, they're going, what's government going to do? What's government going to do? The Catholic Church is saying, what's government going to do to fix this problem? American was based on, you can fix it. How I got to know you was around Houston, that horrific hurricane. This gentleman here is a hero. He went down with money, he went down with fuel, he showed all the videos.
And it was a conglomeration of other people helping.
Absolutely. Yeah, coming down where you see someone in need and you go down and feed them. You go down and help them. You go down and comfort them. Yeah. That's the American spirit I love. And you see it. Yeah. And that was the spirit of farming, to bring it full circle to what you did. Where you had farmers back in the old days, we all specialised in one task. You sheep dipped, you had the harvesting.
I'm a sheep dipper?
Yeah.
How did I turn? I'm a chicken farmer, man. I ain't dipping
I'm
no
not
sheep.
saying you, but you had different people. One baled the hay and the maize, other people planted and stuff, and you all helped each other out. You all looked at it. One drove a tractor, one had a big long trailer.
But it took everybody pulling their weight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it did.
And the reason that they did it was actually, most people say, well, that's just you promoting people again. There was actually a very selfish nature to it that no one ever really wants to talk about, but it is true, because you understood Mother Nature was ultimate, if you want to talk about it. Yeah. Because if you saw someone down the road who was struggling, you always helped them out, because kind of karma, whether you want to believe in Christianity or karma or Mother Nature, you knew that next year it could
might
be
need
you.
Some help,
and then you're paying it forward.
No, that's right.
So that was the idea. That was what you got to understand today, where people are saying you have to have a college education and you got to be a doctor and a lawyer. America is not a country of lawyers and doctors and things. America is a country of farmers.
Yeah.
Where you feed people.
Yeah.
These are the
We wouldn't make it long without the garbage, man. I'll promise you that.
Oh no, absolutely. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But whatever you are, back to pursuit of happiness. If you want to be a farmer, if you want to be a garbage man, you want to, clean sewers, you want to be a street sweeper. One of my favorite stories is MLK.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a street sweeper, you
Yeah.
make sure you're the best
Yeah.
damn street sweeper is
Yeah.
out there.
Yep.
That idea of whatever you are, be the best you can be at it.
That's right.
So
That's
the history of America that other countries do not have.
I got him wound up again, y'all.
I know, yeah. You see, you say I'm triggered. You know, you talk about other people being triggered. I am the ultimate trigger person. You just say like certain words, and like boom, 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 boom. The ADD kicks in and goes, say that, say that, say that, say that. So that's the way I'm wired, man.
Well, we got a show to make,
Absolutely.
so we better get rolling.
I know.
Right.
You don't trigger me.
So he's got his 300, the heart of a 300-year-old tree from Texas.
Yeah. And do you know what else I have? Look, I got cut
Oh, did you? Where did you get cut?
pulling that down because I pulled down and went down.
So now I need you to cry and sweat. And you'll...
No, it's fine.
Well, now you've got blood, sweat, and tears on the plate.
I know, yeah. I literally bled. Texas got my blood to get this 300 piece of old bark. So, but yeah, we'll wash it off.
Yep. All right. Well, probably come on with Tony a little later. I'm not sure how we'll do that, but he has promised another trip here. So Tony and I are good friends, and he hated he couldn't be here. That was looking forward to a good time. But he'll make it by here and do a little washboard picking on the front porch at some point. But
Can I just share one more story of why Texas is great?
He's
This is
triggering.
A short one.
He's
this is a short
triggering.
one. You want to know why Texas is great?
Oh wait, a short one. Is that a short joke?
Well, fat joke, short joke. Why not? You want to know why Texas is different? Because I'll never forget this. I do public speaking, and you know, you go to these meetings, and what it is, there's announcements, and you all say prayers at the start. In some cases, other people say a pledge of allegiance. The only state that ever does this, I never forget the first time it happened to me. I'm in a speech, and I'm like, I'm always quiet. When I'm getting a speech, I am quiet before a speech because I'm like, I want to focus on what I'm saying. And I'm just really concentrate trying to get into the zone. And I'm literally standing there for the Pledge of Allegiance. Yes, I stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I place my hand over my heart. I'm not an American, but I love your country. And all of a sudden you say the Pledge of Allegiance right at the end. The only state that does it, Texas. The end of the Pledge of Allegiance. Yeehaw! I nearly jumped the roof. And I will say this. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I apologize if this offends someone else.
No, it's not.
But this Pledge of Allegiance is not the same without the yeehaw at the end of it. I'm telling you. I think there should be changed the Pledge of Allegiance to add the yeehaw. And not a short one, not like a yeehaw. No, I mean a yeehaw.
How about that? You did that at Sunset in Texas.
There we go.
How about that?
Your neighbors are probably going, what is that guy doing?
Don't worry, it's just a crazy Irishman.
They're all used to me.
All right, y'all have a good evening. Be the light, and we're going to head on down to Crockett, I guess. We'll check in later. Thank y'all.
God bless y'all.
All right.